Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'll be giving you guys a quick and complete rundown of all of the features and everything you need to know about the CRM suite of Microsoft Dynamics 365. Now they have multiple different suites. We're going to be focusing on sales particularly. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys everything from basic configuration, introductions, navigation, account and contact management, as well as Outlook integrations and creating your records, opportunities, connections, teams, as well as establishing sales sequences. So let's get into it. Now, to get started, simply head on over to Microsoft Dynamics 365. Once you have opened up Microsoft Dynamics 365, you're going to click on sign in or try for free, and you can get a 30-day free trial of Microsoft Dynamics 365. And you want to use the email address that you're already using for your business. So whatever email that is, just sign up with that email address. And once you do, you will have your sales dashboard created by default. Now, this is our default sales dashboard from where we can get started with business management. Now, first off, the first thing we need to understand is how we can navigate as well as search and make sure our data is secure on Microsoft 365 Dynamics. So first off, on the top left, you will have access to all other Microsoft applications that you can use in conjunction with using Microsoft Dynamics 365. Then you have a toolbar over here, which allows you to take a look at some of the different sections as well. Below that, you have the current area that you have opened up. And now, if you're looking for something specific, on the top right, you can click on the search bar, and this will allow you to search within the entire sales. So you can search for anything and it will show you any results that are related. Then on the top right, you also have a new look that is currently available. You can switch to the new look over here, as well as some basic sections to instantly access certain features like the Microsoft Assistant, as well as the app to create and directly quick add items. You can filter out certain items as well, so you can click on the filter and you can search for any particular type or segmentation. Then you have your basic settings, and in your settings you have privacy and cookies that allow you to navigate your privacy settings. Now, once we have this completed, let's move on to the second section, which is actually account management and views. So this is our current account on Microsoft Dynamics, and on the bottom we have our basic area. Now in your area, you can actually take a look at your personal settings, the sales insight settings, and the app settings. So I want to take a look at the global settings for my sales insights, and what this is going to do is that this is going to show you all of the features that you have in the sales suite and how you can optimize those. Then you also have your application settings, which allow you to manage Dynamics 365, and in your Dynamics 365 you have multiple different tools integrated, so you can search for any settings over here, including settings to set up lead qualifications, productivity tools, chatting and collaborating as well. We can see if you go into chat and collaboration channels, you can enable the linking of Dynamic 365 records to your Microsoft Teams channel. So if you're using Teams as a primary method of communication, it's very important that you turn that on, or you can turn it off as well. Then below that, you also have the option to preview Teams inside of Dynamics 365. Then you also have LinkedIn integrations that can help you in managing the company appearance as well as the company hiring and firings. Then you also have team calls that you can use with Microsoft Teams. Then you also have the options to navigate your product catalogs and performance management. Now, going back into our basic area of sales, in your sales, if we take a look at some of the basic features, we have two of the most core and integral features, including account management as well as contact management. So what is the difference between an account and contact? That is one thing a lot of people wonder. Now, account management basically means what type of business you're doing with other businesses. So if you scroll to the bottom left, you have accounts on the left. Now, if you click on accounts, you will be able to see some basic data, sample data that is displayed. If you want to create a new account, you can go on ahead and click on new on the top. And once you click on new, you can enter account names, primary contact info, revenue that this account is bringing, the number of employees, and description. Now, if I open up an account as an example, I'll show you guys. This is just a sample data, and you can see this account is the annual revenue for that particular business, not for us. Then you have your notifications, the primary contact, and this is where contacts come in. When you're working with another establishment, business, or corporation, you might be working with several of their people. So if I am working with a water bottle manufacturer, and within that manufacturing company, I might be talking to their CEO, I might be talking to their sales employees, I might be talking to just some general managers, contact managers, and those are going to be different people. So within one particular account, so within one particular business that we are working with, we also have different contacts. So on the left, you have contact, and if you click on contacts over here, you can add multiple different contacts. Now, to get started with managing contacts and accounts, let's go on ahead and go into accounts, click on new, and I'll create a new contact. And this is going to be water bottle manufacturer. And after that, we can add a phone number, a primary contact. So we're going to be creating contacts for this particular account later. Below that, you can insert the annual revenue for that business. Let's say that they bring about 100K. Then after that, we have the number of employees. Let's say they have 14 employees, and then you can add a descriptor. Keep in mind, all of this information is only going to be saved with you. You don't have to worry about adding any info that might be accessible to the other party. Below that, you have the addresses, and you can click on save and close. Now, once you create an account, click on the account over here, and from here you can add details about that contact or that account. So on the left, you will have your account info. This includes fax, websites, parent accounts. If there are subsidiaries you're working with for a larger corporation, you can add multiple different accounts and add one as a parent account. Then you also have a ticket symbol. So you can provide a ticket value that you can use. So if I go into the ticker symbol, let's say I want to use POP as a symbol. Now, after that, we also have addresses and map locations. And then at the center of your summary, you're going to find a timeline. This timeline is going to help you in managing your opportunities, forecast, deals, and any collaborations that you are doing. Then on the right, we have the Microsoft Assistant, which allows you to set up notifications as well as manage your relationships. Below that, you have your primary contact info. So who is the primary person from this business that you are in contact with? And then you have your relationship analytics, which allows you to see key metrics as well as performance indicators. So this will allow you to see your customer interactions as well as your colleagues, the overall contacts that they have, the hourly investment that you have, email engagement, response time that you're getting from them, email send and receive ratio that you have, relationship activities. And these are super important. These types of metrics, these KPIs, give you so much data that you might have never even thought of on your own. Now, after that, you have details about that account. This includes the company profiles, SIC codes, the originating deal and their marketing campaigns, the last campaign that you worked with. Then they also have contact preferences, shipping, and billing. Now, once we have created a simple contact for any particular contact, on the top, you have this option to open up the contact info like this in a new tab. Then you also have the option to open the organizational chart. So if you click on the organizational chart, this can help you in deriving valuable data in terms of the pipeline of your relationship with a particular account. So this is going to take a couple of seconds to be loaded completely. So the organizational chart has now been loaded up. Now, what I can do is I can add certain contacts and build a hierarchy of those contacts. This will make sure that all of the employees that are using Dynamics 365 with me have an understanding of what type of employee they should be contacting, who is who. And that is a very important thing to know when you're working in collaboration with other teams, as well as the fact that your own team is able to get a better idea of every part of these businesses. Now, moving on, the next step that you have is to be able to create your contact. So you have a basic account created. Now you want to get started with building contacts that are related. So any person that you are working with, any potential lead, all of that can be found in contacts, not your leads, but any person that you're working with. And for that, you're just going to click on new on the top. And then once you click on new, you have the quick create button. You also have the option to scan a business card. I'm just going to add Kate Moss. And then you have the email address, all that info, and I'll just add this person. And after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the contact info. And then from here, I can associate a business with them. So Kate Moss might be someone that is working in our business, our water bottle manufacturer. We're going to add a contact over here. We're going to add Kate Moss. as our primary contact for this business. Now, if you take a look at Kate Moss over here, we can see the company name. And from here, we're going to go on ahead and take a look at the company on the left and add water bottle manufacturer over here. And you also have any related activities that you can relate to this particular contact. Now, for contact management and streamlining your business affairs with any kind of business or account or contact, it's very essential to have one designated person assigned to communicate with that business. So usually for accounts, one person holds that account, and to assign a person to hold the account, you're going to click on the account over here, and on the top right, you will see either yourself will be added as the owner, or you can click on assign on the top and you will assign another person. You can assign anyone else from your team into that particular account. So whoever is managing that account will be the person assigned. Now, this is just how you can add customers. The second thing you need to know is how to manage the pipelines for this. So for managing your pipelines, you have 3 sections. First off, you have leads. Leads are basically contacts that you haven't made yet. So these are people that you want to work with that have not, started business with you as of yet. This can include the topic for what you're looking to work for, then development, purpose, and closure of that deal. Now, a contact is going to have as much importance as a lead because both of these are potential clients and contacts can drop you at any time as well. So to make sure that you are able to focus, you have to streamline the process of your daily workflow. Now, to do that, we have to make sure that we're placing enough emphasis on task management alongside our sales management. And for that, you have to link Microsoft 365. I like to link Microsoft 365's task manager, but we're going to do that later in this video. Now, going ahead and going into our pipeline, what we're going to do is we're going to go into leads on the left. And then once we do that, we can click on new and build a new lead. Let's say I'm looking for a bottle cap manufacturer like this, and then the budget is this. The purchase time frame is going to be this quarter, and the lead source is employee referral. And you have multiple different lead sources available to select. You can also select other if none of these are applicable to you. This includes word of mouth, web, trade flows, seminar, public relations, partners, external referrals, advertisements, and more. Now, after that, I have the personal information of that lead. So let's say it's Lisa over here, and then you have contact info. So once we have added a lead, we can click on that particular lead and we will find the current stage of that lead. You will see on the top, you have the different sections. So if we have qualified this, if we have developed them, we have added a purpose and then closed the deal. On the left, you have the basic layout, so your contact info and then address info. On the right, you have who knows whom, which is basically who is related to whom. Then you have the lead source, assistant, as well as the relationship health. Then it also includes any stakeholders or competitors that you have for this particular deal. So if I'm looking to manufacture bottle caps for this particular lead, and there might be someone else that I also know is trying to get this deal from me, I can add my competitor here to have a better idea of how I can, offer a better deal. Now, you guys can see you have a manage your activities section. You can connect the lead to a sequence by creating your activities. So you can click on create activity, and that basically means when is your next form of communication. It could be via a meeting, email, phone call, or task. Now below that, you have the total timeline. So in your timeline, you can click on over here, and let's say we have a meeting. I can add the timeline over here. So in the meeting, I have Jane Doe, Lisa Monroe, and the subject is going to be pricing or whatever it might be. You can add the start time, the end time. Let's say this meeting has already happened. And I'll just click on save and close over here, and that will be adding. So we're just going to wait for this to be turned on. Now, once this has been inserted, we can see that if our sales or our lead qualifies for the second step, we can go on ahead and click on the develop section. And over here, once you go into the develop section, you have customer needs, proposed solution, stakeholders, as well as competitors. Then you have the purpose section, which allows you to add the developmental proposal, the complete internal review, and the present proposal. And then you have the basic closure. So if you have confirmed the decision, sent a thank you or not. On the top, you have a button to qualify a deal directly, which allows you to basically say that, okay, I've qualified this deal. We can move this from leads to our contacts instead. This can be a simple way to qualify deals faster if you're someone that follows a more informal structure for your business. Now, once you have qualified a lead, the second step is building your opportunities. So if you go into opportunities over here in the left panel, you will see any of your qualified leads will be added into opportunities. Now, on your opportunities, you have the probabilities, the accounts that they are related to, as well as estimated revenues and estimated close date of that deal. Then there also is a rating, so how likely do you feel that you are going to be able to close this deal? Now, to qualify any particular opportunity, you can go on ahead, take a look at the summary, and you will see a basic deal tracker that helps you in managing all of your business deals. Now, in your particular deal, if you have won a deal, you can just click on that deal and you have the option to close as won. And now this deal will be closed and you can click on OK, and then it will be moved to the closed section. Now, moving on to the next section on Dynamics 365, we have a forecasting section. Now, forecasting only is a feature that is going to be useful if you have some data that you can derive from. So for that, you need to make sure that your business has, established themselves on your platform, and then you can build forecasts upon the pre-existing data. Now, once you have managed your customers and your basic pipelines for sales, you have other sections to look out for. These include a simple calendar, tasks, and call sections. Now, these enable you to make sure that you are running to your meetings, you are getting things done in time, and blocking in all of your potential leads in the appropriate times. Then you have a task section, so without having to integrate any other applications, you can go on ahead and use the simple task section over here. You can click on edit columns to add more columns. So you have subject, regarding, due date. If I want more info such as the owner, I can insert that over here as well, and then click on apply, and the owner for each particular deal will be displayed as well. Now, on the left, you also have a calendar. Now, in this calendar, you will see your appointments and then your call section to be able to manage all of your calls. This will include the contact that you have to call with, as well as the subject, as well as the duration of the call. This can help you in managing your contact, as well as the relationship that you are trying to establish with your contact. Now, on the left, you also have a sales accelerator. So what is the purpose of a sales accelerator and how does it work? Well, your sales accelerator basically shows you all of your current work lists or all of the business deals in which you are the owner. So this will show you all of your lead opportunities, and then you can go on ahead and go through all of them and go on ahead and build a, set up a new meeting, send out an email. This can show you the next step that you have to take for lead management. Now, let's say that I have this deal over here. We have the opportunity, lead to, and we have this to be qualified. Now, after that, let's say we have entered a estimated budget, and then let's say I have identified who is going to make the decision. Now I can click on next stage, and I can select a opportunity that is related to Gerald Stephens. So for Gerald Stephens, let's say that our opportunity is coffee makers. We're providing these coffee makers, and I can click on over here. And after that, we have to develop our deals. So this includes the customer need, which might be coffee makers for their hotel rooms, like this. And then the proposed solution, we provide coffee makers with our own branding and cups and mugs to serve, have our branding, or whatever type of deal you're negotiating. Then you have identified these stakeholders, and if you have identified any competitors, so any other coffee machine building companies, you can insert those. And then you're going to click on next step. Once you do that, you have the proposal. So how are you going to propose to their sales teams? Have you developed the proposal? If you have, you can mark it as complete. If you have completed your internal review, so if you're ready to actually present to the other business, and then if you have presented your proposal. Once you've done that, click on next step, and then you have the closure. So once your final meeting has been done, so let's say I have the decision date to be tomorrow, and let's say I want to send a thank you. You're going to send a thank you after the decision. And now after the decision has been made, you can either mark it as complete, or let's say we've presented our final proposal, and then after that we have completed our final proposal, and we can later on close this deal from the top and mark it either as a won or lost lead. Now, these are just some of the basics of starting off with 365. Now, in Dynamics 365, other than the sales suite, you have multiple other tools available to you. Now, in these tools, you also have things such as some of the other 365 tools. So if you want to integrate any of those tools, you can go into your bottom left. You have your app settings over here. Then in your app settings on the left, you have your product catalogs. Obviously, you're going to add your services, product, or your basic business info over here. And you also have discount lists, price lists that you can build. These are going to be very individualized. So you guys can see we have added this coffee maker as one of our price list items. But below that, you can set up certain goals that you want to achieve. So let's say that we want to reach a certain goal, such as having 100,000 sales in 1 year. So you have those goal metrics that you can configure. Below that, you have app extensions, which can allow you to expand the Dynamics 365 suite with multiple different other applications. This includes Microsoft applications as well as other third-party apps, such as DocuSign, Mapalytics, Dynamics 365, Professional Sales, Copilot, customer invoicing, and many other tools. So you can access any type of tool from here and integrate it. So if I want DocuSign, for example, I am sending out documents that I want my potential contacts, or whenever I have a new account, I want them to sign a legal document, I can go on ahead and click on Get It Now on DocuSign, click on Get It Now over here, and this will take us to the option for us to install DocuSign into our Dynamics 365. You're just going to have to re-log in and add it to Microsoft 365 to be able to access it on Dynamics 365 as well. Now, going back to our actual sales section, if you are managing your sales, you're not going to be primarily working in product or manufacturing. So if you are looking for something that's a bit different than the sales suite, you would have to go into your apps and then integrate your product management app or any of the other business applications provided by Dynamics, such as your marketing app, customer service, field service, supply chain, as well as financing. So if you're running a project on a larger scale and you don't just need to manage and qualify leads, if you're focusing more so on generating revenue, managing your books, bookkeeping, as well as taking a look at delivery times, when your next shipment is going to arrive, the product manufacturing, those sections would be handled under the Dynamics 365, but they would be handled under finances, under supply chain, and those are going to be different dashboards as compared to your 365 sales dashboard. This is just the sales version. If you click on the top left, you will see this is the sales trial, and you will see you have a unified interface for all of these, but you have to integrate them to be able to add those into your sales CRM. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and you are now able to get started with adding your own business into Microsoft. It's really something that can seem like a really big task, but it can be done in honestly a couple of hours. It can take you a couple of hours to set up the initial basics of your 365 data. Keep in mind, this is all sample data that you can remove as well. So you guys can see you have all of these tours available, manage your opportunities, you can manage your forecast your revenues and more. And once you have completed all of your tours on Microsoft 365, you can go on ahead and proceed with your own account with your own data that can help you in managing your business. So if you're looking for a tool that is integratable and easy to use, Microsoft 365 Sales CRM Suite is definitely a tool to use. But one thing to note is that if you're not using any other Microsoft tool, that is not going to make it easy for you to build your business from scratch. I would recommend using Microsoft 365 as a all-in-one tool. If you're using Dynamics, use it all together in conjunction with the other tools, because if you actually subscribe to one plan, you will see you can compare their sales plan over here, and the pricing for purchasing individual sales suites are not going to be helpful. It starts at $65 for the sales professional, going upwards of $135 for the sales premium. Now below that, you will have your related products. So if you want AI assistance, as Microsoft advertises currently, you will have to pay $50 per user per month for Copilot. Copilot is all of their sales or all of their AI-based tools that Microsoft is offering. Now, on the bottom, you have all of the basic features that are integrated into these suites as well. Now, Other than that, if you go into just basic products and just go into a general pricing section of Microsoft, you will see that the Business Central Essentials cost $70 per user per month, where you can get access to the 365 application as well as their sales features basics. So I would recommend buying a Business Central that allows you to have a hub for sales as well as other tools. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you are now able to get started with Microsoft Dynamics 365 Sales CRM. Customer relationship management is something that is very underrated and can be a very time-consuming and beneficial process. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and you are now able to get started with Dynamics 365. If you did find this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or queries, leave those in the comment box down below. If there's anything else you'd like to learn, or if you're looking for any other CRM tool, make sure to leave that in the comment box down below.